Yeah, hello, good day everyone. My name is Jibrin Danjuma. Today we want to solve some quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. First, we start with 1x squared minus what? 9x plus 20 is equal to 0. Now, how do we solve this beautiful equation? First, let's write down our quadratic formula, which is given to be x is equal to minus b plus minus b squared minus what? 4ac. Oh, your square root here. Good. Divided by what? 2a. Now, in order to find the solution to this, so we will need to compare this quadratic equation with the general quadratic equation. So we have ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So on comparing these two equations, so we have that a is equal to 1, b is equals to minus 9, and c is equals to what? 20. So we are going to substitute a, b, and c in this beautiful equation. So when we do that, we have our x to be equal to our base minus 9. So we have minus, open bracket, minus 9 plus minus the square root of minus 9 square minus 4. What's our a? 1. Good. And what's our c? 20. You do this, good. Divided by 2a. What's our a? 1. So when we do this now, so the next thing is to evaluate. So we have our x to be equal to minus times minus is plus. So we have 9 plus or minus the square root of. Now minus 9 square is 81. Good. Now minus 4 times 1 is 4 times 20 is 80. Good. So divided by 2 times 1 is 2. So when we do this, we evaluate, we have 9 plus or minus 81 minus 80 is 1. So we have the square root of what? 1 over 1, 2. And when we do this, so we have our x to be equal to 9 plus or minus 1 over what? 2, which is the same thing as 9 plus 1 over 2 and 9 minus 1 over what? 2. So on evaluation, we find that our x is equal to 10 over 2 and x is equal to what? 8 over 2. So our final answer is x is equal to 10 by 2 is 5 and 8 by 2 is what? 4. So these are the final result for the quadratic equation. So the value of x is 5 and 4 respectively. Now we will want to solve the second problem, which gives us number 2 to be equal to let's say m squared minus m minus 6 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation in m. Okay, in the previous one is in x, or to avoid confusion, x squared minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So let's stick to this. So now, comparing this with the standard quadratic equation, so we have ax squared plus what? bx plus c is equal to 0. And when we do that, we see that our a is 1, b is minus 1, and our c is what? Minus 6. Now, okay, good. Let's key in our quadratic equation here, formula here. So our x is equal to minus b plus minus the square root of what? B squared minus what? 4ac over what? 2a. So now what we're going to have now is our x is equals to minus, open bracket, minus 1, that's our b, plus minus the square root of what? B square, that is minus 1 square, minus 4, a is 1, and our c is minus 6. Then we now divide it by what? 2a. Where's our a is 1, so good. Now, next thing we do is we say our x is equal to Minus times minus is plus. We have 1 plus or minus the square root of minus 1 square is 1. Minus times minus is plus. 4 times 6 is 24. Good. Divided by what? 2. So on evaluating, we have that 1 plus or minus the square root of what? 35. The square root of 25 what? Over 2. Now, so here we have that our x is equal to 1 plus, that is 1 plus or minus 1 plus 1 plus or minus 5 over what? 2. So which is the same thing as 1 plus 5 over 2 and 1 minus 5 over what? 2. So when we evaluate this, we have that our x is equal to 6 over 2 and minus 4 over what? 2. So finally, the value of x is equal to x 3 and x is equal to what? Minus 2. So here, when you simply substitute the value of x, any value of x and substitute in the equation to give you the right hand side of the equation. And that is the way to check whether if this is the solution to the equation. Please feel free to subscribe to this channel for more videos of this type, and do not forget to check for the result and see if this actually the solution of the equation. And the last but not the least, we will want to solve this particular equation. So we have that x squared plus 6x plus 9 is equal to what? 0. So what happened with this? So comparing again as usual, ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So our a is 1, b is 6, and what? C is 9. So let's write down the general quadratic formula. X is equals to minus b plus minus the square root of what? B square minus 4ac over what? 2a. Now, on substituting, we have that x is equal to minus 6 plus minus the square root of b squared, that is 6 squared, minus 4, open bracket, 1, which is the value of a, and times what? 9. So divided by 2 times a, and what's our a is 1. So our x is equals to 1 minus 6 plus or minus the square root of what? 36 minus what? 36. That is 4 times 9 is 36 divided by what? 2. And when we do this, we have minus 6 plus minus the square root of 0 over 2. This is interesting. So our x is equals to minus 6 plus or minus 0 over what? 2. So which is what? Minus 6 divided by what? 2, which is equals to what? Minus 3. But remember, we have plus or minus 0, so it means the value of x is minus 3 twice. Okay. Oh, okay. For some of us who will not get that clearly, so x is equal to minus 6 plus or minus 0 over what? 2, which is then a minus 6 plus 0 over 2, and minus 6 minus 0 over what? 2. So therefore our x is minus 6 over 2, and minus 6 minus 0 will give us minus 6 over 2. So x is equals to therefore minus 3 and minus 3. So that's how we say x is minus 3 twice. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos, and do not forget also to comment and like. Thank you.